Welcome back to the Multi-Passionate Mama podcast. Every week I want to bring you a little mini episode where I share something that's been on my mind, something that's really present for me. I love having guests, but sometimes I find that I have these quirky, fascinating ideas that I want to share. Let's dive in. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, I want you to know that you are not starting at zero. Sometimes we start new things in our lives, like maybe we start a new job, maybe we start, maybe you have a baby and you're a brand new parent. There's a lot of times when we start something new and it feels really intimidating or really scary, and it feels like it's something that we have never done before, and it's really difficult to feel like we have any place there, and that whole imposter syndrome thing comes on and convinces us that we don't belong there, that there's no knowledge base that we have to draw on. But what I want you to know is that you are never starting from zero, unless you were like born yesterday. You have an entire lifetime of knowledge and skills that you are drawing from, and you should be using that every time you start something new. You should be able to look back at everything you've ever done and draw on that lifetime of experience, even if that lifetime is only 10 years, even if you're only 10 years old. You can take everything you've ever done, every experience you've ever had, and you can draw the lessons that you've gained from all of that and use that for your benefit in every new situation. That's what growth and learning is all about. And that's how you're going to be able to go into any new situation and find success. And by success, I mean find a way to turn whatever happens into a growth experience. I think it's really important to redefine the way we look at success versus failure. It's only a failure if you fall and you don't get back up again. Everything can be a success if we learn from what has happened, whether we have decided it was good or bad. And by the way, it's entirely up to us whether something gets deemed good or bad. Like, that is perspective, and you have power over your perspective. You get to choose what you make of any experience that you encounter. And when you decide that something was a learning experience, that you were able to grow from it, then everything is a success, because it's made you who you are. It's made you better. It's made you more complete. So when you come at a new experience, truly, it is just another opportunity to become more, to become better. So there's no reason to be afraid of imposter syndrome, because you're not an imposter. You're just new at something. And the truth is that you might be new at a particular skill set, but you're not new at life. You're not new at people. You're not new at probably most of the elements of this thing that you're trying to do. So you're better off giving it a try instead of discounting your skills right from the start. I think more often than not, especially women, I think men sometimes do this too, but especially as women, we look at things in opportunities that we come across and we discount our skills because we don't think that we're good enough, and we don't think that we have what it takes because we haven't done that exact same thing before, but we aren't considering the myriad of other things that we have done before that are even more difficult, that required more balancing of so many other factors. You're not valuing yourself as much as you really could and really should. And that is kind of a tragedy, don't you think? You really should be valuing your skill set for all that it is. It can be helpful to look at yourself through the eyes of another person. And I've done this a few different times in different like role-playing scenarios, and it's actually really, really helpful, where you write down a list of things that you've accomplished or skills that you have, and you hand that list to another person, and you can watch them light up as they read off all the things that you've done. Or you can even just do this exercise with yourself, where you imagine that you are reading that list as if it was somebody else's list, and it's like, holy crap, I did those things? Like, that person who did those things is really impressive. I can't believe that this person was able to do all that. I'm amazed. So anyways, that is the moral of the story. You are more impressive than you think you are. You are probably not accounting for all of the skills that you have. And when you're starting something new, I promise you, you're not starting from zero. You have an entire lifetime of knowledge to fall back on. So fall back on it. Like, use that for your benefit, and remember who you are, because you are amazing. Thank you for joining me for another episode of the Multi-Passionate Mama podcast. I know that we can never be told too many times how amazing we are, so in case you haven't been told today, you are a freaking rock star. When you let yourself shine, you allow other people to take off their filters and shine brightly too. It's about time someone gave you permission to be all of you. If you enjoyed this show, please leave me a review and hit that subscribe button. I know you want more of this. Sharing is caring. Let someone you love know how incredible they are by texting them the link to this episode. They'll feel so good just knowing that you thought about them. And lastly, if you want to know more about my courses and coaching, be sure to check out my website for up-to-date details on everything I have available. It's caroleegarrison.com, and the link is in the show notes. Always remember that you are a diamond. Don't let anyone dim your sparkle.